Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. On the visitor's sideline, Mike McDaniel, head coach of the Dolphins. His guy's in desperate need of a turnaround quickly. 1-6 to start the season. On the other side, Falcons head coach Raheem Morris. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll go play action here with Penix. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And now it's second down. You talk about this Miami defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away at their timing.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To the air, Penix. That one deep for London. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but again, just 1 yard out of it. You see the numbers on the ground a week ago for Achane. 20 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Yeah. at the 41. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. At the 41-yard line. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
One more time with Achane. And he is going to be smothered in the backfield again as he ran into a wall there. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
2 and now, 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question a fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Falcons offense and Drake London headed back onto the field. And he's been one of the main focal points of this unit throughout the season, no doubt. Currently ranked 2nd in the NFL in terms of receptions by a wideout. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Now Penix. And complete to Drake London. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. He missed missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. The Falcons sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 22 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
They'll throw with Penix. And that will be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They are going for it. Penix. That is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Robinson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Looking to throw Penix. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they come up now, 2nd and goal. Algier is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
A try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaken up on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. Here's Achane to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Gets this one to Hill. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
One of the selling points of the end route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to a quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. And looking to throw, Penix. Dancing to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Penix. Got a man. It's London. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
The line loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Second and 13. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Coup for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That time a 6-play drive. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Dolphins offense returning to the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Another toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or
to a hit, and the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Robinson up the middle. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it. And that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now back to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. Touchdown! Bijan Robinson taking it in. And the Falcons add 6 to their lead.
Yeah, that's a nice play design right there. He's going to fake the give, then roll out. And he lets his back leak out toward the pylon. And how about the throw? Right where he needed it to be for him to catch it in stride. He's able to take it into the end zone.
Coup now for the point after. And it's 21-3. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Bijan Robinson. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Ball on the 27. Here's a second down and 6. Hill going to go in motion right. A give, running right, Achane. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
3rd and 8. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
On the return, here's Agnew. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. He was over 100 yards a week ago, and he's well on his way once again.
Say it with me, partner. Encore, encore. This guy's headed towards getting it done one more time.
On first down, Corbin. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
A play fake. Now Penix. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down. Here's Algier. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Play action. Here's Penix. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead. Now Younghoe for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Bijan Robinson. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Tua. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
44, ready.
From the gun, it's Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throw caught by Achane. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 5. Tua to throw again. He finds his target, Allen. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Looking to pass. Tua. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State, and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. We are into Week 8, and we're starting to get a sense as to who are the haves and who are the have-nots. Let's get into it. Our tour of the NFL starts now. It begins out west. Southern California is where we find the Chargers at home to take on the Minnesota Vikings. And this is the veteran, Aaron Jones. He gets a seal here, and up the alley he goes. The Vikings move their mark to 6-1 as they continue to play well here in the season's first half. Next up, we go to Charlotte. We'll look in on the Panthers. They're playing host to the Buffalo Bills. And it's last year's most valuable player, Josh Allen. He's got a couple of touchdown passes in this first half, including this one. The Bills holding on to a 14-3 lead as the game's gone to the half. Last but not least, let's go to Baltimore. The Ravens hosting the Chicago Bears. And it's Rasheen Ali. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. This one's gone to halftime, and it's the Ravens on top in this one at halftime. A look there at the rest of the action from week number 8. 6 teams on the bye: Arizona, Detroit, Jacksonville, Vegas, the LA Rams, and Seattle. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Marshall now, the return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa headed back out onto the field. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. The third quarter begins with a run by Achane. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson set to take over once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. Handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
A gain of 17 yards.
Now they'll change things up.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
19 targets.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
42-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This 2nd and 4. To the air, Bennett. Looking for London on the out route complete. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down.
A little football one-on-one there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll go play action here with Penix. This pass is caught by London. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
10 at the 15-yard line.
Let's go now. 65 cat. Cougar 19. Stop. Let's go. Street. Yo. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Coup for the extra point. Now he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins ready to take over on. So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. Tua going to throw. And will find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Now Tua going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff as he'll drop to throw it. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it'll be 2nd down.
46-yard line.
And they'll send Waddle in motion left. Play action. Now it's Tua. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Parker, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 38.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a handoff up the middle. Corbin. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 43 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
And looking to throw, Penix. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score, Falcons.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Tua. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Out route to Hill, complete. And he goes out right around the 39. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Achane is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So it's third and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Now they send a running back in motion right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
They'll go. Achane. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
That deep pass to Waddle just to stall out inside the 5 SMH.
And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. Goal line
stats.
make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
Second down and 8. Algier now up the middle. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Operating from the gun, Penix. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 8-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Ball at the 8 here for second and a yard. Maybe a touch less.
44. Ready.
On play action, here's Tua. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Alec Ingold. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 30.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 125 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First and 10 at the 46-yard.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins.
Brings up second down.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Now Penix. There's Moody with another catch. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Algier going straight ahead. And he's got it down to the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down at 7. Penix working out of the gun here. Looking for London on the out route complete. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
That's good for our Falcons. First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
To the air. Penix throws right back to London. Complete again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. From the 5, here's second and 2. Here's Penix. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Falcons start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll set up to throw. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Looking to pass. Tua. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's now 3 straight plays of over 15 yards and 3 straight first downs. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Hill going to go in motion right. To a fast pass outside complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll throw with Penix. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Penix. That is caught. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. And they will take a knee here. take a knee. And they take a knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the